Hey, what's up, everybody? Shane O'Mac here with Just Win Bets, baby. Joe the Fan. Last night, our Skins played the Chiefs. I would say started off the game a lot better than most of the other games we started off with. Very competitive, very starting off. Second half, totally different story. We ended up losing 28-7 after being tied 7-7 at halftime. What are some of your thoughts about the game?
Well, we can't go into the good, bad, and the ugly just yet, because you're not going to beat any team with turnovers. I mean, one maybe, but a team like this, you're not going to be successful. It bounces off its hands on a quick wide receiver screen or tunnel screen, whatever you want to call it. And then it's as luck has it, the Kansas City Chiefs defender picks that off. But what I'm not understanding is, and I'll start getting into the ugly, is I'm starting to get off the Witt bandwagon. I'm giving him X amount of weeks, and now I'm like, I see Del Rio 2.0. And what I mean by that is they claim, or they state, however you want to word it, that they, quote unquote, dumbed it down. I don't like using that word, but that's what the commentator said. They dumbed it down for the defenders to understand it, like the terminology, et cetera, et cetera. I thought the communication was a heck of a lot better. But you went for man, which was pretty good. Didn't you go to zone in the second half? I don't understand it. It was possible that the Chiefs may have forced you to go into zone, but it's not good when we do that. So Lattimore played pretty well in a sense of when he played man. Zone,
You got a pick?
They're out of it.
You got a pick? Lattimore did. That was a nice pick, too, down the sideline. I was surprised he got stayed in bounds with that, too. That was really surprising. Yeah,
absolutely. McGee was playing well. I thought Martin, the DN, and even the safety did well. Reeves is playing fantastic.
Reeves, I texted you that during the game. I was like, that dude, he's like the only one on our team that can tackle.
Right. My boy Famous Davis is there. I mean, he's pretty much there. He's no Forbes Jr. I'll tell you that right now. So, and what a wasted pick that was. So it was good to see, I guess, Wagner kind of playing center field as a middle linebacker. Okay, that's fine. And let Luvu and let McGee do all the outside stuff. They still can't cover the outside contain. So we're getting killed on sweeps, on outside zone, or off tackle, whatever you want to call it. Okay, we're getting killed. Offensive side, real quick. Okay, Terry, you make one great touchdown play. Yeah, you just got to stay on the field. I'm not understanding that. So he's hurt. Jaden's hurt. Kazi did pretty well. Tunsil, we expected that was in the beginning of the season. We thought that he was, how long is he going to last? So he's a little hurt, but he's been doing pretty well thus far. The backup, like Coleman, the rookie from the right tackle that we got in the first round pick, it's doing better. So they're doing better. Okay. Bill hit the hole a little bit, but hey, your boy, Rodriguez.
McNichols, man. McNichols had a good game too.
McNichols. Your boy, McNichols.
He led the team in receiving yards. McNichols did. Yeah.
And my boy Luke, I'm telling you, he's showing stuff, man. He's showing stuff. So I think he's going to be there. The disappointing part is Noah Brown. I'm getting off the bandwagon right now. I just got off. I can't do it anymore. They got all this money, and you haven't shown me jack. Great athlete, great receiver. I understand you're hurt, but there's nothing we can do for you now. Payne did pretty well. Newton, your boy, got a little nicked up there a little bit too. So overall, you can't be down. The first half, can we play that for all four quarters is the thing. Yes. Now, bold statement before I turn it over to you. I think we got a shot against Seattle.
Yeah. My first thoughts, the first half, they played much better. They're like, that's what we talked about the last couple weeks. I don't know what's up with this team. The first quarter, it seems like they're sleepwalking most games, and like they fall super far behind. At least they came out in this game and they had some passion. They were flying to the ball. They looked like a team, like they were ready, like they were prepared. And I was like, whoa, what is this? I loved it. But and the defense actually got turnovers, but we didn't capitalize off those turnovers. And to beat a team like Kansas City when they have Patrick Mahomes and you actually get him to turn the ball over, because it doesn't happen very often. When you get him to turn the ball over, you have to capitalize on those. You have to get some points off those turnovers. You got him to throw 2 picks. One wasn't his fault; it bounced off the receiver's hands, but the other one was.
Sure.
But either way, you got 2 turnovers, and we got 0 points from those 2 turnovers. You have to get points off those.
I'll go with the bad. Kingsbury seems to be a little predictable at times. It's really bad. I've said this for weeks. DQ, you could be locked up in the office for days. That's fantastic. Order some pizza, order some carry out, some Uber Eats. That's fantastic. There's no discipline, 0 discipline on this team. I have seen penalties that continue to hurt our team. Now, you take someone like Martin with he led with the shoulder. He could have held up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a couple of stuff that just you're shooting ourselves in the foot. We gotta stop this, and it has to go all, not just defense, but on the offensive side. But now, did we play better? Absolutely, absolutely. So the penalty yards, if you look at the penalty yards, it wasn't like when we played Dallas,
right?
Okay, but it's still out there. You can't call hey, it's 3rd and long, and you do something stupid, illegal contact, holding, or what have you, or personal foul, and you're giving them a second chance. You can't do that.
I agree completely, 100%. I'll tell you something else I don't like about DQ, and this came to me today. All right, throughout the week, every Wednesday, he gives these rest days to these veteran players. We need to change something up. Stop giving them these damn rest days, because it's not helping us. We're not like a team that's been built and working together for the last 3 or 4 years. We're still fairly new in this process with this team and this coaching staff. These guys don't know each other enough yet where they can just take a day off of practice. They need reps. They need it. You can see it. And it looked better this week, but the second half it didn't, right? So I would stop right there. Sure, if someone's a little banged up, maybe just have them do like a walkthrough on Wednesday and stuff like that instead of like going full go or whatever, right? But I think those veteran players need to be out there, because our whole team is veterans. We have the oldest team in the league, right? We can't have half our team not practicing on Wednesday. I think that's got to stop.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one, because or put them in shells.
Yeah,
you and I've coached to where, hey, the day before the game, we either play on a Thursday or we play on a Friday, or what have you, right? You're in shells. So on this Wednesday, I understand you play on a Sunday or Monday night, whatever. Put them in shell. Put the vets in shells, or do a day with just in shells.
Yeah, just do thud, right? Just do thud. Don't bring anybody to the ground. Just
right.
full speed, and then let up right before the tackle, whatever. That's fine. But they need to be out there. They need to be getting reps, and that's going to help with communication down the line. It has to. They need the practice time together. They need it.
I agree with that. Put them in shell uppers, however you want to call it, guys. Okay, I call them shells. People call them uppers. Whatever. Helmet, shoulder pads. That's it. You can wear a little shorts. I don't care what you wear. Okay. But I agree. There's got to be that, and not just, well, hey, we're just going through the motions. You have to change that philosophy. I agree with that.
Yeah, and then it has to change. I mean, you see other teams do it, that they change. Like the Bengals this year, they notoriously the last couple of years have gotten off to slow starts where they went like they dug a hole for themselves. Like last year, they started off like 0-4 or whatever it was. I can't remember exactly, but just you know what I mean. And then this year they played all their starters in the preseason games deeper than they usually do, because they wanted to get into the regular season hitting on full cylinders. Now, unfortunately for them, Burrow got hurt, and that kind of screwed their plans. But they did start off better. Burrow looked good the first 2 weeks before he got hurt, where last year, the first couple of weeks before he got hurt again, they were struggling and stuff, right? So you have to make changes like that. I think like Detroit did that a couple of years ago too. Like they had that 1 year where they were really good, then they had like a down year, and then now like they're consistently starting pretty good the last 2 years. But they made changes so they don't start off those slow starts, and don't let that hype get to your head. And I think that's got to make a change. I think that's one of the changes criticisms I would give the DQ too, is just you can't have half your team rest on one of your practice days. They only are allowing 3 practice days a week now anyways for the NFL. Right. It's not like you're practicing 5 days a week or whatever. They practice Wednesday, Thursday, and then on Friday it's pretty much a walkthrough. Saturday is like a travel day. Right? So it's ridiculous to me to have them set out that much. It's just crazy.
So you're pretty much practicing full contact one day.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing walkthrough and you're giving them the rest on Wednesday, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So Thursday is pretty much, I would switch it up and go Wednesday, hey, let's go full contact, tackling circuit, whatever, county fair, whatever you want to refer to it as. And then it's, maybe put some shells on Thursday and then walk through on Friday. I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
I said, I get it. Like if you have a receiver that's banged up or a DB that's banged up and they're a veteran and you want to rest them that day, that's fine. That's totally separate. That's totally different, right? But you can't have all of your veterans when you're the oldest team in the league, when 70% of your team is veterans. You can't have them all resting on the same day. It's has not been beneficial to us, I don't think, this season.
Bad is we talked about Senate. Oh, excuse me. We talked about Kingsbury. Senate, on the other hand, my God, you need to learn how to block and who to block. This is your second year in this system. Year and a half, okay? My guy, pick up a playbook or study the playbook or meet with Ertz, somebody, yank off whoever it is. You got to understand this. How do you not know who to block?
Yeah.
This isn't, hey, we're not talking peewee football. We're not talking high school football here, my guy. I mean, it should be hat on hat. You're definitely not blocking one of the even front or odd front of the D lineman. You're blocking some type of linebacker, what have you. You're coming around, you're pulling, and then you don't even know who to block. Especially Mariota, who ran it like 15 times, which I didn't. Okay, once or twice I can understand that, but you're not even blocking him. That's a problem.
There was one bad play I saw, but from him, blocking wise, it was down in the red zone, and Mariota was scrambling to his left. Looked like it was like a design rollout for him to run to the left with like a little option play, and it looked like he was supposed to reach block a guy, and he just totally missed that block. It was bad. Like it was Senate. It was a terrible block, and I get that's a tough block sometimes to reach it. It looked like an outside linebacker. I think it was an outside linebacker, but he just came right through and killed Mariota.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what play you're talking about because I was all for the right tackle. I was all for the right tackle. I was like, gosh, dog, he doesn't know who to block.
Yep.
And how's me blocked down? So that guy. So I don't know.
Oh, that's the passing play. That one. That one's on Mariota, I think, because that one's play side. That was play side. He has to. That's the usually the quarterback's read is that play side linebacker there because if they blitz, he's got to throw the hot route right away. So I think that one's more in Mariota than people think. People see it's the line, but I don't think it was that much fault of the line there, the offensive line. I think that was more in Mariota. But there was one in the red zone. It was Senate was on his left tight end, and Mariota was rolling to the left, and it looked like he was supposed to try and reach the outside linebacker, which is a tough block. I've been there before. It's tough to get out there and reach him, but you're a pro. You got to try and do something. You can't just let the guy blow right by you. You have to at least get a hand on him. Do something, right? And the guy just blew Mariota up, and then that just like killed our drive there, and got us out of field goal range. So it killed me. It killed me. That was bad. I agree.
Yeah. The other one, let's go back to the offensive line one where Cosby blocked down. So that's just slide protection.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not calling. I don't know what he probably didn't hear. I don't know. So there needs to be a little bit more communication on the line. Now, granted, you're putting in, different pieces here, and Cosby, it's your second game back. Okay. But this is where the ugly comes into play. I'm tired of, even your boy, JP Finley, saying this. Well, their injury this, injury that. Okay, enough of that crap, okay? All 32 teams have injuries. Now, even the Bengals have injuries. But they're getting things done. Now, did they lose to the Jets? Sure. But at least, it's I don't know. I mean, even Miami's getting stuff done. They're beating Atlanta. So we're not here to compare apples and oranges, but they're not understanding the terminology and why did it take, and this is the second year for everybody. So you guys are quote unquote dumbing it down for the defense. What are you talking about? What the hell were you guys doing during the offseason? Lattimore, you're telling me you had to dumb it down for him? You had to dumb it down for who?
Yeah.
Who did you dumb it down for? Lugu?
Yeah, and then that's a surprising thing too. They're all veterans except for outside of Amos and McGee. McGee's a young guy, right? Outside
McGee's been there.
outside of that, they're all veteran players. They're those are the guys picking up the playbook the fastest, right? Because they've been in the league.
But McGee was there last year.
Yeah.
Okay, so you should have learned something, dude.
But you go back to injuries. I always think about the 49ers have more injuries than anybody, and they're still winning. They're 5-2. And their defense looks good, and they lost Fred Warner and Nick Bosa. On our defense, they would be by far the two best players on our defense. If we lost our two best players, we would look terrible, even worse than we do now. Like let's say Payne, Kinlaw got hurt. That's another bad, by the way. Hopefully he's okay. It looked like he separated his shoulder or dislocated his shoulder. I don't know. I didn't look at it and see what they came out with the final result for him, but he's been having a great year. But anyways, if we had Warner and Nick Bosa on our team, they would by far probably be the best players, not just on our defense, probably on our team, outside of maybe like Jaden, and that's about it. Right? If we have injuries, but like the guys we lost, it's not like they're on that level where they're like Pro Bowl / maybe all pro type level players, right? We lost like Eckler, who's a great piece, who's a great running back, but we lost him, right? Then we had like Terry. I love Terry, but he's not like an all pro receiver. He's probably like top 15 in the league type receiver, you know? So it's and he's been gone the last couple of weeks. I mean, you're in the league, you have to get around injuries. Everybody has them. And some teams are doing it with injuries, and it's not an excuse to me.
It needs to have the philosophy of next man up. I mean, the coaches talk about it. It's not just DQ. There's other coaches that do it, but I'm like, holy cow, what are we doing? Is it the trainer's fault? Is it that they're not coming in to get rehab or what have you, to get worked on? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But these guys need to start acting professionally if they're not, okay? But I'm talking about playbook. I'm talking about the whole 9 yards. So now, granted, I got on Lattimore and look what happened. So he did play better, sure. I got on Luvu. He's played better. So I honestly don't know. I think I'm done with this scary Terry thing. I think the fans are out of their mind in regards to, oh yeah, Terry McLaurin. No, this guy. No, I got Luke. He's cheaper. I don't need this clown. All right, Terry's fine. Okay, but you're no good to me if you're not on the field.
Yeah.
So,
And another bad, I would say, is like what you said. The offense was moving the ball very well the first half, and then Kansas City, look, they made some adjustments. I went back. I didn't watch the whole game, but I was watching highlights. Like I watched like a condensed version of the game. Sure. It looked like we had 0 deep routes. Like not even just like we didn't throw any deep routes at all. But not even just like nobody even going down the field at all. Everybody was 15 yards and in. I don't know if that's structured more to fit Mariota's strengths or not. But you have to have some space out there, dude. You have to have at least put the threat out there of somebody going deep.
Right.
And I think that's why Kansas City made some adjustments, and then we didn't hardly move the ball at all the second half. Second half, we couldn't do anything on offense.
Yeah, this dink and dunk. I don't know.
I don't mind the dink and dunk, but you have to take a shot every once in a while to keep the defense honest. You have to.
I agree.
Otherwise, they're just going to play up, and then you're not going to be able to move the ball.
I would have with the fourth down or turnover or the interception, what have you. First, it's sudden change. Take a shot.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't know. But these, stick routes, hitch routes, whatever. Digs, fantastic. But you're not. I don't know. The lucky where he's throwing from one side of the field all the other, and he's like a moon ball, and Terry luckily gets it. I'm like, holy cow! I mean, great, but
he hit another one of those to McNichols. McNichols was wide open in the middle of the field, and he threw it like it was like lobbed over, like nice and slow to him. I was like, if you put that on him, he probably gotten another 10, 15 yards maybe because he would have gotten it faster.
Absolutely. It looked like it looked like Mookie Betts in center field. You know what I mean? Waiting for.
McNichols was like, it felt like he was just sitting there forever, just waiting for the ball to come to him. And then finally he caught it. And he'd made a decent run after the catch with it. But like, imagine if he would have gotten that, 6 seconds earlier than the Tressway punt he put in the
air. Yeah. The Skins have a lot of work to do. We do play Sunday night against Seattle. It's home, but We need to all be on the same page. We played better. I don't dispute that at all. But this dumbing down stuff, you're just, you're not fixing the problem. You're just, putting a little water on top of the fire here. Okay, you're not fixing the problem. I don't think you can blame Adam Peters. I'll leave you with this. I don't think you can blame Adam Peters at all. And I'll tell you why. Look what he walked into.
Yeah.
Okay. Garbage. It was garbage. But the philosophy of, hey, we're doing what the Nats do. We're taking, hey, we win a World Series, blah, 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 fantastic. But what happened in the farm system? That's the problem with the Skins. You're not developing anybody. Okay. We used to have receivers up the wazoo. Okay. Oh, he got hurt, or this guy from NC State. I don't know, Dwami Brown, maybe it was.
Time Brown, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah, they didn't re-sign him. I forget where he went, but he's playing somewhere now.
Right. He signed with somebody else. But my point is, we used to have receivers and linebackers. We got to get back to that. We got to get back to that. So
that was my big takeaway. We need to get younger and faster at a lot of positions. Lot of positions.
Yes. So trade back. I believe we have the 10th overall pick right now.
Diami Brown is on the Jaguars right now, by the way. I just looked it up because I was curious.
Yeah. So what do we at the 9th or 10th overall? I believe
we're right around there right now. We'll see what happens at the end of the year. We got tough like we said, we got tough 2 games again. We got Seattle's tough, and then the Lions right after that. And if you don't win at least one of those 2, then your season is completely finished. I mean, it's pretty much done now, but it's completely finished at that point.
And then you got Miami in Spain.
Would you think about when is the NFL trade deadline this year? Would you think about maybe being sellers at the trade deadline? Try and get some picks.
Who would you get rid of? I mean, the only hot hand would be Payne.
Payne's last year of his deal, so that's not a bad one. I'm trying to look what it is. It's November 4th. So what's that? That's coming up.
That's next week.
That's next week. That's the trade deadline.
Election day.
Something to think about. If they lose to Seattle, definitely that's something to think about, right?
Right.
Because you can get some of these veteran players, like a Von Miller. Somebody might be thinking about him, or somebody who can just come in on a contender, and you can get even if you get like a 6th-round pick for him, get something, right? Just to try and rebuild some young guys to get on the team,
Yeah. I mean, if you got to look at Kinlaw. If Kinlaw's done, then I like Payne, but it looks like he's just working on his contract, trying to get a new contract there. So
somebody on one of our comments on one of our videos said that. He said, just sign Payne to 1-year deals, because every time it's a contract year, he plays out of his mind. And I remember that from last time we signed him, the year before. He had a great year. And this year, he's having a great year. So I'm kind of sticking with that guy. I forget who made the comment, but that commenter, thanks for commenting. Comment it again. I'm shouting you out. Because that was a great comment, because I agree with you 100%. Payne plays incredible when it's a contract year. Sign him to 1-year deals. I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm gonna look up that guy's name, but that was an amazing. Thank you for the comment. I don't blame it. Don't blame that guy at all. It was Philadelphia.
I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Right.
But I just read the comment and I was like, you responded to him already, so I didn't get a chance to respond to him.
Mike Fitzgerald.
Mike Fitzgerald. Great idea there, because I agree with you 100%. Franchise tag him if you have to. Just do it again. Just keep him on that 1-year deal.
And then Philadelphia. I think that's Philadelphia. I don't know. Sorry if I mispronounced that, but appreciate the comments. And keep it coming. Finally, I will say that before we get off the air here regarding this, so that was our good, bad, and the ugly. It's all this talk about, and then Harris is in the news real quick with the name. Okay, I've already explained this 50 billion times. Give me the logo. Fine. If you don't want to take the name, I understand it. I get it.
This is going to be relevant. It's going to be relevant again this week, because this week they're wearing the Super Bowl uniforms.
Correct.
That's that they're wearing that this week against Seattle.
Which, by the way, producer Mark just told me, I think it should be here by Saturday. That's what I was told. And
Nice.
it's personalized and everything.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm checking.
Yes, they're wearing those Sundays. So I agree with you. It's people are going to bring it up again this Sunday, and people are going to keep bringing it up. One, no one likes the name Commanders, and a lot of people don't like it. One, because it's a terrible name, and two, I've said it many times. The little troll Dan Snyder is the one that put this name on us, and I want to distance myself away from that name as far as humanly possible. Go back to the football team if you don't like Redskins. Go back to the football team, bring the logo back. But we'll see what happens with that. I doubt he's ever going to change it, but we'll see. At least go back to the spear. Something that brings it back to the roots. But the logo is definitely the one.
I was told it'll be here Friday.
Woo!
It's in Jersey right now. Jersey.
The Jersey's in Jersey.
Love Jersey. Lived there. Lived in Jersey. Went to art school internship there. Lived in Rockaway. No. Lived in Brentwood, and I was right next to Rockaway. And the school was in Dover. Oh, love that. I love the New Jersey Turnpike. You get off Elizabeth City. Oh, I love the people there. I had no problem with, if you keep going. Have you ever been to New York there, Shano, where you're driving up through Manhattan, go through Secaucus? Huh? See, I'm getting that. I'm getting all that, the New Yorking in me. But man, love it. So it should be here, and I'll wear it proudly, hopefully Sunday night.
Every time I think of Jersey, I just think of Sopranos. That's all I think.
Love that show. Love that show. And it shows the turnpike.
Yeah.
In the intro. They changed it. They changed it a little bit.
Before we go, I would say the other good, I would say, we're saying some bad and some ugly. I only had to set a couple goods. Good. Yep. My boy McNichols. Give that man the ball more. I love that guy. All he does is comes in, he does well every single time. I love that guy. He's a good guy. We talked about Reeves. Reeves is a great tackler. He comes up and makes tackles all the time, and he made some special teams plays still while he's starting on defense, which is great.
Yeah.
And then I do want to give credit to Mariota for the first half. He only had 3 incompletions the first half. That's it. And one of them was the Debo thing where it went right through his hands, hit his face mask, and they picked it off, which isn't Mariota's fault at all because it was a quick screen right out to him. But you take that away, he only had 2 incompletions. That's a pretty good first half. He's a really good backup quarterback to have. Very good backup quarterback to have. We're lucky to have him. But second half was a different story, but I think that was more play calling than anything in the second half. Like I said, they were just cheating up on him because we didn't do anything else except these little short passes the whole second half. But
yeah, I think we got screwed on the Ertz catch there.
No, that was a first down.
Yeah, I thought it was first down, but
even the robot refs are cheating for the Chiefs.
Yeah, but it's not like the refs when we saw them on what do you call it, on hockey.
Oh yeah, with the Caps game.
They were bad.
That was bad, and we were home. Where's the home cooking there?
I thought the ref was on the take. I think that's why I got banned.
Yeah,
my 30 years, I've never been, and thanks again for the tickets there, and I had a great time. We're 10 rows from the glass. I truly appreciate it. But real, and I got a sweater. I got to say the name right. So anyway, so because of the recent NBA scandal, I thought this guy in the NHL was on the take, dude. I'm just saying. and we saw a fight, and you see the goalie of the opposing team, I believe it was the Senators. So
Senators,
they were fighting, blah blah blah. And I'm more of a pitch guy, soccer guy, but real quick with the hockey, you see the goalie from the opposite side of the where his goal is, and he comes in and he does a Jimmy Superfly Snuka on top. I was like, what is going on?
He came in flying. He came in hot. He was flying across the ice to get over there.
It was like high cross body right there, WWE style.
Yep.
I was like, so I and the fans, and you know what? The fans were great. I don't go back to NFL games because everybody wants to fight, but I just want to watch the game, dude. But the fans around the Capital One Arena, shout out to all of them. Very nice. Even the concession stand, the guys outside playing the music. The whole night was great. That's what you need. It reminds me of the Nats game. I've been to a few Nats games myself, but yeah. But here's the thing. Here's the ugly thing about this, ladies and gentlemen. There's no straws allowed. No straws in DC.
That's the whole city.
The worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
The whole city of DC can't have a straw. You can't nowhere. Can't get them. It's impossible. They're banned.
It's not even like me.
Banned.
It's like paper.
You could buy a whole plastic cup, but you can't get a plastic straw to save your life.
Unbelievable.
Something else about the Skins before we go too. Don't forget this, everybody. This weekend is the weekend, the game that they're retiring Art Monk's jersey, Seattle game. Remember, so they're retiring Art Monk's jersey number on this Sunday as well. So if you're going to this Seattle game, go there, wear your Monk jerseys, go there, be proud, be loud. He had a hell of a career, one of the best Redskins of all time, if not definitely on the Mount Rushmore of Redskins. Right, we did that Mount Rushmore before. He was a great all around human being and a great player. And I think it's well overdue that they're retiring his number. And so they're doing that Sunday. So don't forget they're doing that this Sunday.
Yes, I met Art Monk. What an amazing guy. Very quiet. Don't get me wrong. Nice gentleman there. I wish him. I'm glad that his jersey's getting retired. His number's getting retired. I have nothing but respect for Art Monk. Real quick, if you're taking, which I am, I'm going to put a little pizza money. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go 1 unit. 1 unit, Washington Skins, plus 150 at FanDuel right now. Right now. Do it.
I like it. If we play like we did in that first half, I think we got a chance for sure.
We got a shot.
We just need to play like that the whole game.
I know. If you look at the points, it's at plus 3.5 right now. Best number at Bet Rivers, but FanDuel plus 150. Do it. You heard Joe the fan there. Do it. Yeah, I'm that's not good. You know what? I'll give you a sneak peek. That's gonna be one of my bets.
Nice.
So I got 2 more. So I'm going Washington. This is early. Washington over Seattle Seahawks. Money line at plus 150. Called that.
Nice. I like it. That'd be a big payout there. That'd be nice.
We need it. We need
to talk about that too for our live show Friday too. We might have to do a little bit later or something. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You texted me that early because Halloween. I'm supposed to be trick or treating with the kid.
Yeah. I'm worried about the wise man too. So a little quick update. We don't know. We got to check with the wives. Now I'm okay because my little man, who's 13, he just celebrated his 13th birthday. What do you call it? He's not going to go trick or treating. So I don't mind staying up, blah, blah, blah. But apparently I got to go to Baltimore the next morning, another card show.
Oh.
But love the guy. Love the little man. So we'll figure out, guys. We'll post it on X, etc. when we're going to be live. But we will have a live show on Friday. We will be back later, of course, to talk about are we doing that tomorrow? The Survive?
Yeah. Survivor and Pick'em. Yeah.
Yeah, Survivor.
We survived again. If you guys have been following, we tweeted it out on X. But survived again, and now there is only 2. But this league, Survivor League, it's like Highlander. There can be only one. As Sean Connery said in Highlander. You ever watch Highlander? That movie?
Yeah. Of course. Hey, so here's my question. What if this guy, Matt's picks, we'll talk about it in our other video, but what if he makes a deal? He goes, what do you call it? Howie Mandel, deal or no deal?
Would you want to chop the pot? Is that what he wants to do?
I don't know. He hasn't reached out. I'll ask the commissioner. Maybe we'll have him make a comment. But we will be tomorrow. We'll record it.
It'll be out there Thursday morning sometime for you guys to look at it. So if you're still active in your Survivor leagues, if you've been following our picks, you would be. Follow our picks. you would be active in your Survivor league, just like how we are, right? So, we know what we're talking about a little bit. Follow us.
Yeah.
And then you would still be there. But if you're still part of a Survivor and haven't been following our picks, check us out. We usually give our favorite one, and we usually give like 2 or 3 that we liked as well. Like in case anybody's jumping in and joining us late that are still in the Survivor League. So, but yeah, check that out. I'll be out Thursday morning. We usually record it Wednesday night and then polish it up, make a thumbnail, put all that stuff on nice and look good on YouTube, and then it'll be out.
Real quick update. Let's talk UFC real quick. 401. You can't help the main event.
No, yeah, that sucks that happened. I was listening to do you know Chael Sonnen? And he's a former UFC middleweight fighter.
Yes.
He's got a show with Daniel Cormier, who's a former light heavyweight and heavyweight champ. Daniel Cormier was incredible back in the day. But they were talking about that main event, and Chael Sonnen said if I was Aspinall, he said I wouldn't do a rematch with that guy. He's like, he was the one that cheated, and like for some reason Gagne's coming out like unscathed during this. He's like, he's the one poking me in the eye. He's like, I would make him fight somebody else before he comes back and fight me. And DC was like, no, you have to fight him. He's like the best heavyweight. What are your thoughts on that? Would you make him fight someone else for #1 contender, or would you go back in and fight him?
I'll be honest with you. I got to half of the round, and then I was like, I got to go because I had to meet you because we were going to the Caps game. And again, I'm not saying that I was wanting to miss that at all, but I saw when I was leaving, I saw, hey, it was, not DQ, but it was no contest. Yeah. So yeah. So if I don't know, hey, money talks.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. Money talks.
Yep, I hear you. I see it from both sides. I think Aspinall Aspinall's going to beat him, but our bet of the second round starting looked good because that round was coming to the end, the first round when it happened. So that was looking good. Could have been another winner for us. So we had Aspinall to win by knockout in the second round. So that could have been a huge payday if that happened. But unfortunately, no contest kind of screwed it. And the next pay-per-view, thank God, is not in Dubai, so it's not in the middle of the day when my kids are still awake and I can't watch it really.
It's in the Big Apple, my friends.
Yeah.
And we might be at Glory Days for that one. We haven't figured that out yet, but I know the guys at the studio are doing the posters right now. So, and that's going to be on November 15th, I believe. Yeah. Quote me on that, but I believe that's it. I know for a fact it's going to be taking place in the Big Apple, but that'll be our last one.
And I think that's the last one before it switches to Paramount, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Thank God too, because then the pay-per-views are so expensive. I can't believe that it's still a thing. But thankfully, Paramount they're having a deal right now too. If anybody UFC fan, they're having it. I think it's like $35 for the whole year right now. Promotion right now, Paramount Plus. But all the UFC pay-per-views are going to be on there, included with your Paramount things. You don't have to pay anything extra, which is huge. That's huge.
We go 5-3 in college football, 4-2 in the NFL. I go 8-1 in the EFL since for the last 3 weeks. Went 2-1 in EPL. So soccer it's coming around. Call to MLS stuff. So we've got a lot that's going on. Shano went 3-0 the other night in NHL. He's got some games going on now. Real quick, Shano, what's going on in the NHL?
We've got 2 winners so far. We had the Maple Leafs Flames game. We had the over 5.5, 7 total goals in that game, so that went way over. Golden Knights game, we had Eichel to get over his shots on goal. Oh my God, that definitely hit. Last I stopped looking after he got 3. His shots on goal was at 2.5. We went over that. He had 6. He had 6 shots on goal, so he went way over that. We also have the Senators Blackhawks over 5.5. Right now, the Blackhawks are leading 2-0 with about 4 minutes in the first period. We also have the Jets money line, and they are currently leading 2-1 in the second period. And then we have the Red Wings and Blues over 5.5, and that's currently sitting at 3 goals total. And the second period just started, so that's looking pretty good too. So hopefully that continues. Hopefully get some wins. I had one more bet for the Lightning. I'm trying to add Gunsel over his shots on goal. I haven't looked at that one. Let me pull that up real quick. Gunsel. We need Gunsel to start shooting. That's what we needed. He's had 6 shot attempts, but 0 shots on goal. So he's not hitting his mark tonight, right, so far. So that might be our one dud so far tonight. But the rest are looking pretty strong right now.
Yeah, it is, of course, the start of the second period in the Detroit Red Wings, a.k.a. the Wise Man's team. 2-1 over St. Louis right now. Winnipeg 2-1. The Blackhawks 2-0. So looking pretty. And DraftKings, you still haven't updated the Golden Knights player Jack
Eichel.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Shots on goal over 2.5. Pay that man his money.
I just checked it. It says he has 6, so it's definitely over. that's way over. He doubled it up.
I'm just saying.
And I put a little pizza on Ovi to score tonight too. We tweeted that out kind of later because for people who don't know, today's the Frozen Frenzy, which is literally all 32 NHL teams are playing today. So there's 16 games. They started at 6 o'clock, and then every 15 minutes there's a new game that starts, and it goes all the way until 10 something tonight for a new game starting. So it's a really cool day. Obi, though, is sitting at 899 goals. So we were there the other night. We were hoping he would get 900 then. Caps played like crap, so that didn't happen. But I think the NHL would love for him to do it today when they're getting a little bit more publicity because they have all teams playing. And I think they would love to put him on that highlight reel for today. So hopefully it happens.
Absolutely. So, fans, tell us what you think on the good, bad, and the ugly of the Skins here. We gave you a lot of the updates. The last update I'll give you is, of course, college basketball, which will start November 4th, which is next week. Lots to do, Shano.
Yeah.
Lots to do.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I will be honest with college basketball. I'm decent, but after a couple weeks of the season, because there's so many transfers and there's so many young guys that are coming straight from high school, it's tough for me to tell early on in the season. But once we get a couple games in, then you can start seeing how teams are playing. Then I do a little bit better.
Yeah, I usually go around January. We get you right after the holiday because you got the Maui Invitational, what have you, stuff like that. So usually when we finish college football, which is around the corner, they get that break. We're not going to be covering every single playoff game. I'll tell you that. And then of course we'll start to buckle down. So once we get through the UFC, that'll be done. So it'll give us a little bit of a break. Focus on the NHL. Focus on, of course, a little bit more soccer on the across the pond. So yeah, it's lots happening, man. Lots is happening.
For sure.
Again, yeah. Again, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're again over 1,800 subscribers. We're moving up on TikTok a little bit, but we want to get that, and we want to get there. We'll look at what we need to do on our end. We're cutting a promo on the hats. Apparently, producer Mark wants us to start cutting some promos on the hats, so we will get that. But and then of course the rumor, Shano. Since we've been doing so well on Survivor, are we throwing our hat into the Circa Millions?
I'm down to do it next year. Let's do it.
They've been sending me the guys over at VSiN, Mitch and Paulie. Love those guys. They send us all the stuff. But look at that.
Oh yeah, I like
5, 6, 7. I think they're on 8 right now. I don't even remember, but I think it's time to finally meet up with those guys and talk some business.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
Gives us an excuse to go over west. Don't tell the wife. Whatever you do not tell the wife.
They'll understand. They'll understand when we win the whole Survivor League. They'll like us then.
Right? Yeah, I know, right? We are, of course, out of time here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Really helps the channel, guys. Tell us what you think. Shout out to a Mr. Fitzgerald and the other guy, Delphi. And again, if I mispronounced that, I apologize. Great take on the previous one. We'll get that thumbnail out. We'll have this video up in the morning. Tell us what you think, good, bad, and the ugly of the Skins. As the Skins go now 3-5, as they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs as they prepare for the Seattle Seahawks for Sunday night. For Shano, I'm Joe the Fan. We'll see you next time. See you later.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.